America. She has novel positions in comparison to major candidates such as repealing Obamacare, severely limiting immigration to the United States, taxing nonprofits, legalizing marijuana, and adding amendments to the United States Constitution. Chomi is only one of 3 women running for presidency. If you believe in supporting the working instead of the ruling class, support Chomi Prague for President of the United States of America 2016. Her website is www.chomiprague.com. That's CHOMIPRAG.com. ChomiPrague.com. Go visit and support today.
This love for real, or could it be lust that I feel? You got it going on.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Good morning, Stewies. Hope you had a good weekend, man. We got some entertainment coming up a little bit later. Dave Chappelle, man, made an appearance this past weekend. He kind of resurfaced this weekend. We'll talk about that. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Bust the award to my man Vince Wright, the sports governor of Minnesota. Not to him. Bust the award to his Minnesota Vikings. If we were in the 1970s, I'd say them Jive Time Turkeys lost 4 games in a row. Really, Vikings? Y'all lose 4 games in a row after starting out, I think, 5-0. The last undefeated team in the league this year. And Sam Bradford is, once again, as my man Jay Fish the Microwave said a little bit earlier, Sam Bradford is who we thought he was. He actually didn't play that bad of a game, though, to be honest with you. He only had 1 interception, passed over 300 yards, 31 for 40, nice percentage, but just not enough help when you're talking about the Minnesota Vikings. They're really missing Adrian Peterson right now. Top rushers for the Vikings in this game, Jerick McKinnon, he had 6 carries for 16 yards. Matt Asiata, 9 carries for 13 yards. You're just not going to be able to fool anybody. You're not going to be able to sustain drives, man, meaningful drives, if you can't run the football. And not having Adrian Peterson, who, when they went 5-0, everybody was saying, yeah, the Vikings are good. They're good to go. We don't need Adrian Peterson. Such is not the case. Jive Time Turkeys. So they get the first Busted award of the day on the Doug Stewart Show. Dallas Cowboys, man. Ball award to the Dallas Cowboys as they come from behind and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 35-30. Yeah. King Ezekiel. That's right. That's what they call this man now. King Ezekiel. Speaking of which, Walking Dead episode last night, I didn't see it, so don't tell me. Don't spoil it for me. I know y'all saying that ain't that a bitch. You spoil everything for us. Talking about TV shows and movies. Well, I'm asking you kindly, it's Monday. Be nice. Don't spoil last night's episode of The Walking Dead for me. But King Ezekiel Elliott ran for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns, both in the final 2 minutes, and turned a screen pass into an 83-yard score, which was absolutely beautiful, as the Dallas Cowboys had a great 35-30 victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday night for their 8th straight win. What? Okay. What? Man, I don't know what more you can say, man. Dallas wide receiver Dez Bryant caught 6 passes for a season high, 116 yards. Condolences to Dez Bryant. He reportedly lost his father right before the game. He had a 50-yard touchdown in the third quarter that gave the Cowboys a 23-18 lead. Let me stop and talk about that particular touchdown pass, man. If you saw this game yesterday, under heavy duress, and James Harrison was bringing the heat all day long. They sacked Dak Prescott for a couple of big plays in that game yesterday, man. If you watched the touchdown pass, if you saw the touchdown pass, Dak Prescott to Dez Bryant, he stepped up in the pocket and delivered, as they call on the streets, a dime. On the playgrounds of America, on the Little League football fields of America, high school, college stadiums, they call that pass that Dak Prescott made to Des Bryant a dime. Straight dropped it right in the breadbasket. That kid, man, they're talking about Ezekiel Elliott for MVP, running back, rookie running back, and that's the beautiful thing. That's a fantastic thing. But I don't know if they shouldn't have like one of those co-MVP type things. They've done co-MVPs for players from different teams, but is it possible to have co-MVPs for one team? Ball award to Dak Prescott and to King Ezekiel Elliott. Wow. Wow. You remember they gave co-MVPs to, they've done it a couple of times, but the time that I remember most, because I hated it, was they split the award between Brett Favre and between Barry Sanders, which was bootleg as hell, this Brett Favre love affair that the media had. He didn't deserve it that year. And I know it's not going to happen. It's just me, throwing something out there as pie in the sky. And I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I like to give credit where credit's due. And I've said this before, man. When the Dallas Cowboys are relevant, it's just better. It's just better conversation. You knew last night after that game was over, especially probably the biggest non-conference rivalry in the NFL, Dallas versus Pittsburgh. You knew last night on social media when Dallas came back and won that game that Dallas Cowboy fans from every walk of life, from every part of the world were going to come out on social media, and they did. That's the bad part about when the Cowboys win. And, man, they were out in full force last night. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We're brought to you by firefan.com. They were out in full force last night, man. So it's always better for my industry when the Cowboys win. But, yeah, I don't think that it's going to happen. It's not going to happen because things like that just don't happen, and there's this certain protocol it seems like the voting has in the NFL for the MVP, man, and some of these awards. But Dak Prescott, I could easily make the argument, is just as important or just as relevant to the Cowboys' success this year than Ezekiel Elliott. They're both rookie quarterbacks, rookie players. One's a quarterback, one's a running back. The quarterback has more ability to affect the game. Dak Prescott, I mentioned a couple of minutes ago how he took a couple of sacks yesterday. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense were coming after him all day long. Here's the beautiful thing about Dak Prescott. He's a rookie, and those sacks that he took, he had one big sack where he lost like 15 yards that happened like very early in the game. Like maybe it was the first series or two. And he took like a big 15-yard loss on a sack. And the thing about that is it was actually a good play. Because if that were Tony Romo, there was a very good chance, a very high percentage chance that Romo would have tried to force the ball in there and then caused a turnover. That would have been an interception, and they would have been in good field position, and they would have just got points out of that. And Dak Prescott took the sack, man. He took the sack. That's saying a lot about a rookie quarterback, once again. A guy whose first year playing in the NFL. I don't know, man. It's like six in one hand, how the old people say it's 6 in one hand and a half dozen in the other. But you got to give ball awards to Dak Prescott, man, and to Ezekiel Elliott. Balling out of control. Ezekiel Elliott's on pace for like 1,800 yards, possibly, going over 2,000 yards. If he can get a couple of big games, which is possible, got to give a ball award to the Dallas Cowboys offensive line as well. Let's not be crazy. He has the best offensive line in football. He does. It's not even questionable. The thing I like about Ezekiel as well, man, is that cat runs downhill. He is the epitome of a downhill runner. You ever notice that he's always leaning forward? Like he's never straight up and they never push him back. He always leans forward, and whenever he goes down, he's going down forward. Like he brings the boom to defensive backs and linebackers. He lowers his heads, man, and doesn't get any negative yardage at the end of his runs. Just a phenomenal job, man. And the bad part about it is they lucked up in both of these kids. They lucked up on Dak Prescott especially. So bust the award for the Cowboy fans for thinking y'all front office did something right. You lucked up into these two damn players. Yeah. Damn Dallas. Punk ass Jerry Jones. We'll talk quickly about what Jerry Jones had to say about this Prescott-Tony Romo controversy. Up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Once again, we're brought to you by FireFan.com. Join my league right now by going to FireFan.com. Use promo code TDSS. All right? Once again, that's promo code TDSS on the very first page of FireFan.com. We're going to go to break a little early. When we get back, we're going to jump into the chat room with Spreaker.com and hear what y'all got to say about this weekend in the world of the NFL and college football. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Recap Monday, shawty.
Visit the website JomiPrague.com. Jomi Prague is an attorney, author, wife, and mother who's running for President of the United States of America. She has novel positions in comparison to major candidates such as repealing Obamacare, severely limiting immigration to the United States, taxing nonprofits, legalizing marijuana, and adding amendments to the United States Constitution. Chomi is only one of 3 women running for presidency. If you believe in supporting the working instead of the ruling class, support Chomi Prague for President of the United States of America 2016. Her website is www.chomiprague.com. That's CHOMIPRAG.com. ChomiPrague.com. Go visit and support today.
Mic check. Yes, this is your humble host, Marcus Harper. And make sure you check out my show, the Marcus Harper Podcast, on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes, hop aboard this train of thought. Weekly, 60 minutes of work. I got you. Sports talk, soul beats, and life. Again, the Marcus Harper Podcast, weekly on the SME Network. Check me out. Life is good.
What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system to have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide. The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. There's a storm coming. A firestorm. Get ready to raise your game because watching sports will never be the same. Introducing FireFan. It's a game changer. Finally, a sports app that puts you into the game. You predict the scores, you call the plays in real time while you watch and compete against sports heroes, celebrities, friends, family, or other die-hard fans. The more you call it, the more points you can achieve. Also, be a loyal fan and earn loyalty rewards. Don't miss the hottest app of the year, FireFan. Ignite your passion. Yeah! Yes, sir. Yeah. Register now at firefan.com today. Enter Player Rewards code TDSS. That's Player Rewards TDSS